You got Christian McCaffrey. He doesn't get the ball. Deontay Foreman, he's not on the team right now. Not sure why. Rashad Higgins, you dress him, he doesn't play. You running RPOs, and all you running is PO. You're not running no R's.
Nobody's getting fooled. Yeah, nobody.
Who? It's not happening. The Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. Wow. I do have to read a stat. We do watch and listen to our fans, and one of the fans said, "Man, Steve, I need more banter, less stats, right? Too many numbers." I'm also a numbers guy because I like numbers, right? I like the numbers to tell me something. So I'm gonna give you one number that really summarizes why I'm extremely disappointed in the Carolina Panthers losing a game this week, because it does not get better after this. Right? My two favorite teams right now, obviously Carolina Panthers and then my Utah Utes. Right? My Utah Utes are playing UCLA this week and next week USC. Two tough games. Yes. Yes. It's going to be so you can't go out here sleepwalking and lollygagging. Right? Can't be butterfly chasing, booger picking. You got to be ready to go the next couple of weeks. The Arizona Cardinals, prior to Sunday's game, trailed 95% of the offensive snaps. 95% of the offensive snaps. And the one game they won was off a defensive touchdown.
Right.
And we lost to that team. It was pedestrian like the first half. Oh, it was miserable. Like watching a football game. Look at all my notes. I was just asterisking, highlighting, and it was just whew.
So last week I asked you about DJ Moore,
Mm-hmm.
and it was almost as if the local Carolina media took what you said and did the opposite. They immediately went to his locker and said, "What do you guys need to do to get on the same page?" But leading up to the exact opposite thing you said helps a team. What's got is this a dead team? Is DJ Moore is he about to be asking out? Are they going to be going back to Darnold the second he gets healthy? What's going on in Carolina?
I really believe DJ Moore has handled himself in the most professional manner that a wide receiver. You talk about wide receivers are divas. You talk about wide receivers this or that. I tell you who is the most unstable group, the most unstable and shielded and coddled group is the quarterbacks. Actually, they get all the money and they get coddled and they get protected in ways that sometimes is not productive for the team. Right? I'm not Dan Orlovsky. Not gonna act like I'm Dan Orlovsky. I like Dan. I'm really impressed with a lot of quarterbacks, whether they're a backup or not, because quarterbacks get the advantage of when you're a quarterback or a backup quarterback, whether you're good or not, doesn't matter. You get so much intel and information as a quarterback. Your responsibility is so greater. So I do understand and get why quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, because one, they touch the ball every single time.
Yep.
They have to know the line protection. They have to know the routes. They have to know the verbiage. They have to know why sliding, all the different moving parts of the offense. Not every quarterback physically and mentally are built the same. They are not.
Definitely.
Right. And with that being said, sometimes teams are willing to protect their quarterback so much that they can not even realize they can erode at the good relationship and at the locker room of your team, right? And when you start to saying they're not on the same page, and when I start looking at 9 batted balls, right? So I was talking about Dan Orlowski. Dan pointed out some things about the Carolina Panthers, and he, to some degree, everybody has tips that we give out. There's a tip back in the day that Terrell Suggs told me that he knew about Ben Roethlisberger. And it was a small tip that how Big Ben's foot was under center, whether it was like, I think it was his heel was up or down or flatter. It was something he knew it was pass or run, so whatever. Whether it's true or not, doesn't matter. That was one of the things that T. Sizzle knew and felt comfortable in tipping off and how he went through his routine and understanding how to play ball, right, on defense. So with that being said, when the Carolina Panthers go 3-1 or 2-1 with a wide receiver with a condensed or a short split on the short side of the ball, on the short side of the field, we go quick out. First play of the game versus Cleveland Browns. Robbie Anderson is lined up. We try to throw a quick out, balls batted down. This weekend, same thing. We tried to throw it, condensed split, 3-1, quick out, batted ball. J.J. Watt. Man, the thing why I'm mentioning this is if I'm sitting at home in sweatpants and socks with a heated blanket watching a football game, what do you think an organization that has analytics, scouting department, what do you think they're doing?
Right.
Watching the Carolina Panthers offensively, defensively, they're playing some good football. Mm-hmm. We're getting left in the games. You cannot expect, I'm not making an excuse, but you cannot expect a defensive team, to chase around Kyler Murray for 40 minutes and not ask for a breather.
Right.
Not get parched. Not get winded. Like Derek Brown is 300 and something pounds.
He's going to get gassed. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen.
You on the field for 40 plays. And how you can help yourself is, one, you got Christian McCaffrey. He doesn't get the ball. Deontay Foreman, he's not on the team right now. I'm not sure why.
Right.
Rashad Higgins, you dress him, he doesn't play. You're running RPOs, and all you running is PO. You're not running no R's.
Nobody's getting fooled. Yeah, nobody.
Who?
Right. That's what I mean. Nobody.
It's not happening. We're not getting any first downs. And when you don't get any first downs, man, you get one of these first downs, that's 3 extra plays, more opportunity, more rest for your defense.
Right.
Man, it's bad. Man, it's bad football.
What's the fix?
There is no fix. You don't go out and get. There is no quarterback sitting at the house going, "Call me up, I'm ready."
No.
Put me in.
Well, I'm sure there are people saying that, but they're wrong. Yeah, they're wrong.
There are no legitimate
Right.
guys that are sitting at home that are eligible to play in the National Football League that will change the trajectory of your football team like that. There are reasons why an individual or individuals are at the house right now. I have a small chance of playing football right now until I get on the football field and discover I haven't played football in 6.5 years. There's the reason why. No matter what my heart and mind think it may say, I'm telling you, here in North Carolina, Casey and JoJo, Jodeci, but my body's telling me no, not happening. It's abundantly clear that the only way that the Carolina Panthers are going to win any football games is we have to eliminate RPO game and start just getting under center, running the ball, establishing a run, getting some play action activity going on. And that is where actually Baker does really well. But this hero ball that he's trying to play, you trying to orchestrate. You had 51 plays last week, and 38 of them are pass plays because you've gotten yourself off schedule so bad.
Yeah. And Baker thinks he's like Mahomes. Like he thinks he's better outside the pocket. And the numbers just do not back that claim up. Like he is a pocket passer. And I don't know if he doesn't trust his line. I don't know if he doesn't trust himself. I don't know if he doesn't trust his height. And he wants to see that extra field when he gets outside the pocket. But for whatever reason.
Well, part of it, I think, is he's getting I think he's getting out is because he doesn't trust, we can say, oh, he doesn't trust his line. Okay, that's great. I understand there's a mistrust amongst players at different times. Like, if you're running a play off to the left and Myles Garrett is off to the left and it's Ike Ekwonu off to the left, there's a probability that you may think that it may not work out well for you, right?
Yeah, I can
There's
see
nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't be jealous you shouldn't be upset that there's a hint of hesitancy that you're going to be successful. The thing that I noticed with Baker Mayfield that I think Kyler Murray does well, Drew Brees does well, right, is understanding Kyler Murray has never been 6 feet.
No.
Legally, he's never been 6 feet. Now, on paper, he's probably been 6 feet. We all were giants at some point. Like I believe when I was in junior college, I think I was listed as 6'1", right? Ain't no way in Hades I'm 6. But
was that your call or was that
that was all me, baby. That was all me. That was all me. Hey, Steve, I thought 6'1".
The scouts come, you're standing extra straight. You get your back nice and straight. Like, look.
You can't stand extra straight to be 6'1" when you're 5'9", 3/4. Only thing that can help that is called an apple box.
Yeah, you got the lifts and the cleats that week. Yeah.
Right. And so the thing that I noticed with Baker, right, that other guys have seen the master is Kyler, his ability to understand the throwing lanes. Kyler knows what size he is, and he understands the throwing lanes. That is why some scouts don't really necessarily like shorter quarterbacks, because not every short quarterback knows how to throw through the throwing lanes.
Right.
And it is a clear, from my observation, Baker Mayfield struggles to effectively throw through the throwing lanes like a Kyler Murray, like a Drew Brees, like a Doug Flutie. Right, that these players who they weren't stature-wise, they weren't tall, but they knew how to see the routes through the throwing lanes. PJ Walker even a little bit.
Oh yeah, is there a chance they make the call to PJ just because it's a different look?
I don't know, but here's the problem. What is Ben McAdoo doing?
People have been asking that for 5 years now.
I mean, we're not giving the ball to any of our workhorses. We're not establishing anything. It's tough to watch. It is really tough to watch this football team perform last weekend.